by Milky doing some nonsense.
Yeah, I mean Milky is just something else.
The funny thing is, I don't even think that Lariat's actually a better defensive assist than Jam Session. Like, Jam Session is some nonsense. Oh, but Quack has managed to get the first little bit of damage, but has invested his meter for it. Gets the
Oh,
punish
and the
on Milky's
punish.
Disruptor.
Of course, you
Very
gotta
nice.
remember, Magneto is part of his old team, so obviously you may expect some at least a decent movement from Quack's Magneto.
Oh yeah, he has some Magneto stuff on deck, which is all pretty good. Summoning his Haggar in a little bit more questionable situations. Gets the hit on Dante, but very good at choosing not to overinvest in making that hit happen. His Magneto is still healthy, has almost enough meter to do the DHC, but gets caught by Jam Session.
Oh, and drops the combo.
So many drops, but with both of them dropping, both are still willing to get into the scrambles. This is not going to work out well. His timing for didn't have the timing for wake
Oh,
up level
that
3.
was
X
an
Factor gets
overhead.
invested, and the
Ooh,
anti-air.
air
Uh,
command grab. Oh
uh,
my goodness.
Quack taking game 1 after being like, I liked watching Wednesday Night Fights, and if you too like watching Wednesday Night Fights and think you could do something hype, looks like Quack is the exact example to follow. See something good, swagger jack tech from people who are smart, because there are so many smart people in the community. Just make sure to do what you can to learn from what they're doing and level up. And Jason Kiddo, one of the many smart people in the community, we're thankful for his wisdom, and Quack is applying it right now to try and down Milky as hard as he can. Force the color change out of Milky. Do you think that with this alternative color scheme, Milky is going to be ready for the Quack bot?
Oh, and there it is. Air to air. It's a good
It
start.
looks like he needed that red-black Magneto with the lavender cape in order to make things get moving. Is going to kill off Magneto real quick and have a good incoming mix-up on Dormammu. I don't think we've seen as much of Quack's Dormammu as either of these other characters, but that doesn't mean Milky's not going to X-Factor it. Gets the hit, knows that he didn't have meter available at the start, but wants to build the meter through the combo, and now has so many resources to just like be mean to Haggar, and he immediately does it just
Oh.
that.
Oh, and the reset. Now, this is definitely gonna kill. I was about to say that he may go for a TAC, but then he got resetted. So.
And with that, Milky showing that, oh, follows up, gets the kill.
Good spot.
And
And
the
the
golden
golden
letters
letters with the
in
two
honor of
exclamation marks.
Neo. Thank you to, and if people are like, what's going on? Why is perfect spelled without any vowels? There are mods available for this game, and the Avengers has some of the great ones implemented in this system, but they're nothing that impacts gameplay, only stuff that impacts aesthetics, so that it's just like base Marvel for actual mechanics.
And speaking
But
of mods, that Magneto alternate costume is also a mod because
it's removed
or
from
not
the
a mod,
game.
but maybe just unlocking the locked, I guess, costume.
Yeah,
'Cause that was
the
unique in
hard
the
work.
game.
There was a lot of hard work done by Eternal Yoshi in making
Hmm.
that accessible after Capcom had decided to no longer have this costume available because they did not want to make Spain salty. And Stalking Flare is going to get out here for Quack. Brings back in Magneto to just dash around and do something funny. Gets the timing
Oh
for the hyper grab into
my
TAC.
goodness!
I don't think he has a kill here, but just goes for the
We get a
shockwave.
good mix up here. Oh, in the jam session that was
Runs
so
into Jam
smart by Milky.
Lariat? Oh no, Lariat was not quite ready. If I'm surprised Lariat was not ready. It seemed like he had plenty of time there to get started. Now, X
Unless he
Factor
just
running
didn't
down.
commit. Maybe he just Crack was just willing to block
No,
him.
it's at assist okay later, so something had made it
Ah,
take a
okay.
really long time. There's times where I'm like, why is this not available yet? And don't understand, but where I'm like, I'm sure I pressed the button. I know I had this mix up, stupid
Mhm.
parsec, and then it's not parsec. The thing said assist okay after I was done with it. Whoops. But getting this stalking flare out, Quack is looking in a great
On
position to
the
kill off
next
this Dante. Another stalking
Oh
flare.
no.
That's it. Quack going up 2-1 against Milky with the Team Jason Kiddo. Nice work. Also, people listen to Fetus. Fetus is a mod, and if Fetus is telling you not to fight, if you're fighting, take it elsewhere, or do some conflict resolution and be like, dang, even though I'm salty about something that happened, I appreciate and care for these other people in my Marvel community. So, Tempest is hitting here, and Spear Flame going off to kill Magneto, looking a lot better for Milky this time. It seems like, for Milky, when he needs to play extended neutral against Quack, some problems happen, but when he just starts his train, he vaporizes the team. This is the same thing that happened in Game 2. Magneto gone.
Picks up here. Oh my goodness, that was so cheap. That was honestly, that was really cheap. Because earlier he went for a cross up, he just stood there crouching. But this time he crouched, but then he whipped a light and sort of went things out again.
Back gets to play.
We're gonna see the letters again, and yes, we are. Milky. And if it's not a perfect, I don't want to win.
Okay, and this time Quack gets the throw early. Is he going to invest the resources necessary to kill this Magneto? Or is there going to be a reset here or a snap? So many options. Goes for the snap. Wants to get rid of this Dante. Dante gets the opportunity to play and pushes Magneto out of the corner. Dante versus Magneto, when they're both like half screen distance, is much more playable for Dante than playing as Dante when Magneto's in close. But Milky gets that hit, does not get the confirm, and reset with the throw. AJ, do you think he's gonna kill here? Just use all three?
Level 3. Yep.
All three. Very nice work. Quack. Okay,
or not.
brings in Haggar.
Attack to Haggar, and of course Haggar can do a lot of work against Doctor Doom, especially when he's in the corner like that.
Nice job by Milky. Used Disruptor to push Haggar back, but it's still cornered, still in a kind of scary situation. Magneto gets back in this matchup, much easier for Magneto to deal with, but not if he gets
the level 3 snipe.
Okay, Milky now has access to momentum, gets in, is going to be able to mix up. Doesn't actually end up getting a scary mix-up on Dorm. Is going to give Quack the opportunity to play. That's the X Factor on his Dormammu. And even though he's the one with X Factor, Milky's kind of the one that's keeping him pressured in the corner here.
Oh, and there it is. Wow, what a whip punish in the fight.
Very few people have a brain like Quack. A lot of people would be like, hey, even if Doom's in X Factor, he has a really hard time against Dormammu. I'm gonna leave that character in. But Quack is like, it's time for the mayor. Let's kill off this dictator. And it was the correct decision. Is able to take out Milky's Doom before X Factor is used. And Quack goes up 3-2 against Milky.
Player 2 wins. This planet is mine, and now
and with that, Quack only needs one more game. If he would like to take this, goes for a shockwave at the beginning. Has the hit on Magneto, so even though and goes for the TAC, so even though he used that meter at the beginning, is still going to be able to get the kill here against Milky, and has access to the incoming mix-up.
Oh, what a mix-up. Oh, and the mix-up Milky. Back to him.
Yeah, Milky knowing what to do when a drop happens, and
X Factor, huh? Oh, because we got Dante, right. I thought that was Magneto.
Dante's such an obnoxious friend to have. Like, I play Dante's obnoxious friend, but he just makes everyone do all the damage in the world for free. And just,
let's see it again.
And it looks like...
Oh, this time level 3. I think it's to get a better incoming setup.
Agreed. He still has X Factor available, so on hit, he'll be able to kill, and this way he gets to do something.
Oh, and that's gonna be... Oh, not quite. I don't know if it was because the jam session was still there, Dante?
I think it was just like Milky was probably going to do an overhead and then was like, oh shit, I just want to not die.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting because he was crouching, so the level 3 should have worked. But I don't know if by having Dante there in screen sort of messed up the level 3. I wonder.
Hyper grab loops is going to be able to get the kill here on Magneto with a chaotic flame. Oh no, use the stalking flare. Still going to get the kill. And this way he
Setup,
also has the setup.
Oh, he gets hit.
And for the
And
frame
the
trap,
empty low.
empty low is great. And now Doom is going to break that TAC. Don't try to TAC against Milky. Try to kill him. It is worth killing his characters. Oh, and the immediate THC to beat down.
Speaking
on
about
this
killing. Oh, the Dormammu not quite dead yet.
That is very fortunate for Quack, and especially since, like, even though Doom has a great time being able to stall. Oh, this is gonna catch. I do not like that DHC in the stalking flare.
Oh, but he blocks the overhead this time.
The meter's been used, and now is to try and do this with Dante without the X Factor. His damage output here, if he has a Dormammu at 10%, he's gonna kill him, but like, full health characters are actually a bit of an ass.
Back almost with a sick conversion from the magnetic blast and then the tri-jump in the air.
And Quack seems unafraid to use the Dormammu assist, even in the situation that he has all this red life. And Milky, slowly but surely, has been getting a lot of value ever since it's gone to this Dante versus Magneto battle. Gets some stuff on Haggar, but does not get the confirm. Crystal is incredibly obnoxious in this matchup. It covers everything Haggar does to move forward. And that is a frustrating thing, but just one hit.
Oh, that's a hit. Oh,
Dante's
but
Plasma
that's
Beam saved it. Plasma Beam, the best friend, uses the Thunder.
Oh, I forgot he
conversion.
Yeah, I forgot he had that. I mean, you rarely see that sort of follow-up after an air grab. Okay.
Wasn't confident that Plasma Beam would have worked there. Oh no! Quack goes into immediate hard knockdown instead of doing a combo. And Milky does a combo instead of immediate hard knockdown, and because of that, he kills off Magneto. 12 Marvel seconds left.
Oh, what a mix! And now Milky trying to extend the combo as much as possible.
Just waste time, and
Quack
is done. With that, Milky takes it 4-3 after a game he was so close to winning.
We just finished the East Coast bracket, now this is West Coast bracket.
West Coast, we immediately see Zero and Phoenix and Morrigan and Vergil. East Coast, we were seeing like, oh, there's some Magnetos and Dormammus and there's Novas and stuff around. It's like, go to the West Coast and it's immediately Zero, Vergil, and Morrigan, Phoenix. But that's how it goes. Both of these players are excellent, though. They make good decisions both at the character select screen and in matchup. And Romora makes the good decision to hit MODOK, but does not convert it into a dead giant head. Mothman's pretty close to 5 already. He's only going to need like one more summon. Like, even if he gets snapped now, he's going to have access to Phoenix. And now Mothman is pretty willing to use meter if he's at 5 and he ends up having the opportunity to bring Morrigan in for Astral, but I think that he's just going to stall for a bit here. Oh, doesn't stall.
Oh, the shield.
Romora goes in, and it was not a safe idea for him to go in there. Bombs were not able to quite get up to Doom in time to stop him, but now Romora, full screen away, only has a single meter against Mothman's 5. Health on his team. And
what a nice hard tag by Mothman.
Confirmed. I think he's going to spend 1 bar to kill here.
Yeah, I would spend 1 meter here.
Oh, he went for the TAC instead.
And the DP.
Her DP is 3 frames. It's faster than any normal in the game and has a bigger hitbox than most lights. So everyone use their
There's gonna
DP
be a
more.
kill. Actually, she's gonna transform. Not quite. This is gonna be dead Morrigan. But it doesn't matter. I mean, this Vergil has no meter. He needs to make something happen against MODOK. Okay, gets the crouching age, but not able to convert in the grab. Then the
These
shield.
resets just take so much X Factor time too.
It
Now,
does.
there's
Phoenix
no
is
X Factor left, no meter left. Just a single Vergil against Dark Phoenix with X Factor available.
It's just
We're
rough.
not needing to worry if he has swords or not. Is a huge
Oh,
deal.
but oh. I think
Swords go on. He gets to play here, and actually got a 3-hit combo against Mothman. And
oh, and there is a hit. And Romora with the clutch hit. Oh, Phoenix.
he survived the Phoenix onslaught. Mothman got a hit on him, but let Romora's Vergil live. And as soon as he got that chance to get that light on the cross under, it worked out. And this time gets those busters early game, is going to be able to push MODOK back towards the corner, but does the lightning that whips over MODOK's head and is maybe going to even lose 0 for this. No,
Another
the
PAC.
PAC.
Oh,
and
and happy birthday. But this is actually good for Mothman because now he's building twice as much meter. And Phoenix is not going to come with 5 meters. So this is all plan A. This is all plan A for Mothman here.
It worked out for Mothman, but he is going to need to work pretty hard here because
On the low, the stagger.
I feel like one of the most important things is how much meter Romora has access to here because, this is bad now because eating these mix-ups or guesses. Oh, even block.
Was
That
able to get away. Not quite. But
gets caught again.
reset.
Mothman deciding that he doesn't like doing combos with Dark Phoenix. He just likes resetting people as much as possible.
Hit him, Vergil. Oh my god. And Vergil just erased from existence in a blink of an eye.
And with that, it looks like it's now 1-1 real quick. Romora versus Mothman, a hype way to start off the West Coast side or Wednesday night fights. MODOK has plenty of opportunity to stay in the air, summon some Harmonizer assists, put floating bombs out to disincentivise 0 from coming up to him.
It's really rough because now, MODOK can just
summoning
all
missiles.
so much time in the air. Remember, whenever you get hit in the air, your dashes reset, your flights reset. And he just builds a meter while he's in the air, and he doesn't mind. And now look at his meter. Unless
This is it.
Romora kills Phoenix.
He does, and with that, does
my
it before the
God,
5
Romora.
meters. Oh, Romora's in a great position now. Mothman, everything had been going so close to according to plan, and at the very end, he lost his Phoenix, but now Astral is on, has access to the Psionic Blaster assist, I believe, and is he going to be able to kill off 0 here? Drops the, he was a little too far away for the H to connect.
Yeah, that can be sort of weird, the clone. Sometimes I just do launch H and then DP.
I also have a lot of the launch H into DP. Oh, and the Soul Fist stopped Vergil's rapid flash from getting in there. Romora is bleeding with Doom, but doing a pretty good job of keeping him alive a little while longer. Mothman investing that additional meter into his Morrigan, has Astral on for this 0, but Romora hasn't used X Factor yet and still has Vergil available, so everything is looking...
Now Vergil though. Vergil landed already. This super, but then the Sophist were still on screen.
Oh no, that was accidental. I very much doubt finishing showers what he wanted. No meter for Vergil's a big deal. I would not want to chip him or can't. When they have X Factor on, they still build meter from blocking Soul Fist, but they don't take any chip damage. So you want to make sure only Soul Fist in waves where they need to move into it. And should be able to kill off Vergil here. Has access to the Hyper Battering Ram. And
what a comeback from Mothman. I mean, Mothman was looking really bad when he lost Phoenix. Because MODOK was bleeding. Morrigan was like down half his health. but he managed to put it off and making a statement that Phoenix is not his winning condition. He also has a MODOK and he also has Morrigan.
It's
He's making more think a little bit about this and saying, okay, so that's not in Phoenix earlier. But I just killed MODOK.
killed the whole team. You just make sure all the characters are dead. Same thing with Romora's team. You don't want to let any of them be left alive. Very, very easy to be like, oh, this is just Doom, but then you get caught by a foot dive, and then incoming mix-ups are still terrifying.
Romora with the exit finger should have been a second lead. But getting the hit on MODOK. Yes.
Ooh, missiles connected, and this time gets the confirm.
Nice.
Phoenix is going to die, and Romora has a good incoming mix-up available on Morrigan, with meter available. Very nice blocks by Mothman, but didn't block forever. Romora, though, didn't have it, so that would confirm. And now Mothman getting to play with Morrigan is going to have access to Psionic Blasters. This comes out. Oh, Shadow's Servant. Interesting choice there. But even with all that resource usage, now Mothman's in a situation he likes a lot more. Astral is on, putting projectiles on screen. Psionic Blaster also pushes back a surprisingly far amount on block. Oh,
and the happy birthday super.
Doesn't have an ideal way to keep following
Besides
up
not
on
to do
Vergil.
anything. Yeah, I think he should have after the DP either super or just cancel into flight and then TC down to sort of get Vergil down and then dash back and then DP super.
Also may have been worth it to just Soul Drain because the main thing is like, it's like, oh, nothing combos into Soul Drain. On assist, tons of things combo into Soul Drain.
Yeah, it does. And sometimes they reset randomly and they still get hit by Soul Drain.
Shadow Blade into Soul Drain against assist, it's a great thing to do if you have just like the free opportunity to extract meter from your opponent. But Romora is extracting the life out of Mothman there, killing off his MODOK and tying it up 2-2. So Mothman immediately willing to get back into it, did not like how that ended up going, ready to adjust to the situation. Romora maybe boofing some pops in preparation, getting ready, this time summoning those missiles, and MODOK has used his, gets it back, is able to hit 0. This is looking really good now. For the MODOK, but
Mothman is sort of playing with Romora in a way where he's making Romora desperate and he's taking advantage of it. And now he's willing to spend meter, kill the 0, and unfortunately, although he spent 2 meters, 0 is still alive, but then the assist.
And that's another thing worth noting, like minimum hit stun scaling. I believe that there's actually a number of frames that you won't flip out on the first frame after a button touches you generally. You'll flip out a couple frames after the button touches you, even at minimum HSD. And Shadow Blade is so fast that unless you are at like something that will make it so your H has less than 3 frames of hit stun, it will connect. So Mothman's setup normally will work even at very high HSD, but it was just a little far away to get it to confirm. And drops his confirm and summons Phoenix.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was about to compliment him.
Vergil.
I was about to compliment Mothman by adjusting the H really low to the ground where it's more consistent than air. But he dropped him.
Morrigan getting caught, but Romora needs to use his resources to make this happen, and this is looking pretty good for Mothman. Oh. Hyperpsionic Blaster. Oh no, that wasn't Phoenix Inferno at all. That he thought that it would be Phoenix Inferno, but got the command crossed up.
No, Phoenix has a lot of health, and she lived. She lived.
Healthiest of all
she lived.
This is why you invest in healing field some percent of the time, even though it was not an intentional investment. This was one of those things where, like, Mothman's
Oh my
kid must
goodness.
have, like, stolen his credit card and been like, put it all on black, and Mothman's like, no, 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 don't put it all on black, but he ends up winning for it anyways.
Bro, he
Nice
should
work to
have just
Mothman
super.
fixing it.
Instead of going for an extended combo, he should have just super. He would have killed Phoenix.
Uh, Super would have been very effective there, but Mothman clutching it out in that situation, and Romora, he's used to variance happening both on his side and on his opponent's, is ready to get back into the match, using those missile summons, and MODOK taking plenty of opportunity to summon assist, but Hero was able to get Morrigan a third of her life down, and gets the hit on MODOK.
That's the Yuli. Hit him with the Yuli there. Oh, okay. It was a good cross up, but
really good with the cross up S's recently, but no.
THC is fair. After all, now Zero needs to make something happen and snap him back in Phoenix, right? Because otherwise, Morrigan is
Actually,
just
if
gonna...
he hits with Morrigan's meter is this low, he could just go for killing Morrigan, and Phoenix will not have 5 meters yet.
Yeah, you're probably right, and especially now where he just absolutely
Stuck in.
can.
But that has the huge assumption in place that Romora will get into the range where he could actually interact with Morrigan, which is not how this matchup has been going. Oh, he gets in, but then Mothman manages to get back out immediately. Psionic Blaster gets Zero to the range where he needs to deal with nonsense. This is looking really scary for Romora now. Oh, that'll
miss
catch.
input from Mothman.
This should be the end of Morrigan. Went for a TAC instead of something guaranteed.
I sort of wonder what side that was.
Whatever it was, Mothman was ready for it.
Yeah.
And Shadow Servant kills Zero and hits Doom.
Kills Dr. Doom as well. But then Vergil though.
I'm not sure how I feel about this, but okay. Mothman takes it.
And Romora, I think that was the fastest I've seen Romora quit. So he doesn't have access to it.
Dang, Kevin is... the Dormammu taking some hits off of DXP's Dante, but now taking hits off his point character instead, which is far more important. Able to get a hand and back off. Incendiary grenades are really good in a lot of matchups, but Dormammu is one of the characters that can do interactive things without needing to worry about incendiary grenade as much as most characters do.
He's gonna get washed so hard right now. And he's gonna switch back to his team.
Let's see, because he still has X Factor in 2 characters, and these 2 characters can do some nonsense, so I don't think there's an ideal confirm at that height off of...
No, out of missiles, no. So either...
Like, I think if you have any hand already charged, I bet you could do the fast meteors, but like, if you don't have any hands charged, I don't think anything Dorm does will confirm. And with that, is going to be able to have Jetstream drop and lose his Dante as a result of it. Artistic getting these hands.
The optimization. Wait, hold on.
Meteors are gonna re-knock down.
It's some optimal Doom Dormammu combos here.
And with that, has a little bit of stalking flare left to do something scary. Dante, on the other hand, can confirm off missiles at any height very easily because he has Hellbreaker.
Oh, and he missed, although he hit that thing?
Oh, Dante could have blocked there, but that was a cross-up, and I don't think DXP was confident that the cross-up would work.
Hey, DXP.
Okay, this looks very possible. X Factor out for Artistic. He needs to be cautious about throwing those air projectiles. Okay.
His foot dive in the head.
And thanks for bringing positivity to the chat, Polly UK John. It's very appreciated, and also I know that it's sadness that there's no Ryu on stream at the moment. There may be at another point if Zenpool makes the run in losers bracket. Looks like, again, meteors are doing some work, but drops the
That's
combo
unfortunate.
and fixes it.
Oh!
That was
Never
a cool
mind.
fix. And
Oh,
Volcano
that
does
was
so
a
much
lot
damage.
of damage. That's a lot of damage.
Volcano is one of those moves that if you're in X Factor, the scaling on it is just pretty silly.
Kind of wonder if that at the same thing as like the Doctor Doom super, where if you're like really near, it does like double damage. I'm sure if Volcano also behaves like that.
I need to hop off in order to play my match.
Alright, good luck.
Thank you.
So our artistic player 2 having pretty decent Dormammu point so far. I'm liking this. And he gets Homebreaker from behind. But the XP doesn't have access to X Factor, so he can maybe level 3 here to get a 50-50 incoming on Artistic Dante. He gets mixed again and misses the optimal gun loop. So the SP tried to work it there, but wasn't quite able to though. Nice work is there by Artistic to get away from that acid rain mix. Trying to do as much cheap damage as possible. So if the XP builds a meter, he may go for Devil Trigger just to, or not. He should have just Devil Trigger to regain some of his red health and trying to find an opening. And DXP decides to go for the real Wesker Iron Man team here. After 99 seconds, you take the glasses off. You, the ordinary fighter, can't really do much in this situation unless he gets near the Dormammu. It's gonna be a sniping Ryu. Oh, that works. Okay. I didn't know that worked.
Let's see it again.
Ooh. Okay. Alright, Artistic not quite yet out. He still have access to X Factor and still has Doom on the back. Oh, catch Iron Man. Went so high up. Maybe it's gonna be chip damage from now. Dr. Doom. Forced to X Factor there to avoid chip damage kill. Gonna hit. So the XP manages to get a W before Art got to 3, so that means we're gonna see a first 4 here. And the TAC is broken. And Rescue with the falling ass. Finding the hit on Dormammu. It's gonna be able to kill Mirrorless. On the mix-up. Oh, it's kind of ambiguous. There. Oh. Almost, but a second version that still gets a hit. Wesker is dead. Ryu coming in. I'm gonna grab Biotistic. And the low is not converted. And EXP manages to get away from Dr. Doom. Of course, Iron Man can do a pretty good job against Dr. Doom, but Artistic is just on top of pretty much everything EXP is trying to do against him. Oh, and the challenge from Artistic, hitting 3 games, 3-1. But then Artistic is just ready. And he grabbed Wesker. Should be close to death, if not death, to Wesker. Oh, what a block by DXP. Oh my goodness, what is going on? And the beam, the Unibeam assist. The Unibeam assist helps sort of keep the character in that position where you can just combo easily afterwards. Kill me. He had the hit across up under, but he didn't believe and couldn't convert. Time is running out, and Artistic needs to make something happen. So that strategy is doing a good job of keeping him at bay, not overcommitting, just staying away from Dante as much as possible. And then the level 3, but oh, he comes assist. He called assist, that was dangerous. But DXP managed to put it off anyways. Yep. That doesn't work if you have the insult. So the insult just takes some time to get up there. And he tried to go for some unblockable there. Where he tried to call Western up, jump up, and then box dash to hit him with the overhead as well. They're looking pretty good right here. Still has access to X Factor and access to his 3 characters. He tries to go for some optimal gun loops. Bad. He should have not hard tag into Iron Man at that situation. And he's just in a big disadvantage. And Ryu is dead. And Artistic takes game number 6, 4-2 against ZX Ride. Let's see how this turns out. So he's just 2 meters away from getting 5 meters to turn into Dark Phoenix. No, it's taking something. Checking why I don't. I didn't have any sound because I can't hear the game sound. Just and that was in chat, so maybe Iron Man was just hilarious. The voiceover. Yeah, let me check. Because I can hear the voice from other people, but not the game itself. Okay. Yeah, I'll do this set and then I think I'll head out to pack the bags for tomorrow. See you.
Player one wins.
One player one.
Get ready to brawl. Fight.
Game number 2. Mothman again, just waiting to just fly away and build some meter. Milky not getting any of it. There it is. 1 meter kill. No more Phoenix, but then Morrigan comes in. Oh, and the hit. X Factor. That's the correct decision from Milky. Oh, and the hit? The Magneto. Is it gonna X Factor? Yes, sir. So Magneto. I think there should be a dead Magneto with the... Oh, we got some Bomb Infinite. On the guard break. Oh, not quite able to convert. Was it just like 1 inch far from the booger? I'm just having a really hard time. Yeah. Good stuff to Milky just to zone MODOK away like that with the raid.
Get ready to brawl. Fight.
And Milky up 2 games. Snapping in Phoenix instantly. So there you see Milky sort of gave up on Phoenix, so he was just waiting for the hard tag. There it is, the conversion. And I just noticed Milky's running missiles. Level 3. That's 3 meters wasted. And not quite able to get out of the corner. I don't know why he went for level 3, although Milky was sort of full screen. Milky, I mean, MOTHMAN is trying to make something happen, but Milky just he's just trying to go for some fancy stuff now.
Milky does like to do the fancy stuff, and he only needs this one last bit in order to close it out as a 3-0 before Pasadena's invoked, and MODOK taking damage there, Morrigan taking damage there. But we've seen Mothman do things like this before. It's not over until it's over. Especially with Dante in the corner. Like, Morrigan's buttons are so much faster than Dante's. If she manages to get him into a bad situation, he just needs to deal with it sometimes. Or using Soul Fist to cover him moving into the airplay height. Doesn't manage to get a full conversion off of it. Flies in, and Milky wants no part of it. Immediately Astral's up, is going to use this to move forward. There's only 15 seconds left on the clock though, so Mothman...
Yeah, it's only so much that Mothman can do. And
Oh,
best case
he's
scenario,
starting.
I mean, he gets a hit like that. Maybe kill, maybe able to kill Dante here. But
And
then Dr.
immediate mix
Doom,
up on
he
Doom.
needs another miracle hit. Oh wait, that's a hit on MODOK, right?
Oh,
Yep.
that's it.
And that's it. Yeah.
Milky takes
He
it
did look
3-0
good.
with the timeout over
Oh
Mothman.
my goodness. Oh, it's already dominant by Milky, just snapping in Phoenix instantly, and then
Foolishness, Dante.
Do or die. Fight! talking. It's do or die. Fight! Advancing guard! Advancing guard! Level 1! Danger! Advancing guard! Air combo! Advancing guard! Advancing guard!
You're going down.
Advancing guard!
Here I am. Here I am.
Level 3! Good! Advancing guard! Danger! Level 2!
Here I am. You're going down.
KO! Player 1 wins!
Foolishness, Dante. Foolishness.
It's do or die. Fight! Air combo! Level 2! Level 2! Air combo! Level 2! Level 4! Down! Advancing guard! X-Factor! Advancing guard! Level 2! Advancing guard! Air combo! Air combo! Hyper combo KO! Player 1 wins!
Mission accomplished. Returning to base.
It's do or die. Fight! Advancing guard! world of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where the finest heroes assemble. Get ready for the fight of your life. Bone Wonderland. Fight it out. Ready? Fight!
Foolishness, Dante. Foolishness.
There's still plenty more to go. So if we have some people that could join up, that would be awesome. Oh, you know what else got joined up? Psychelic just gave a gift sub to Rock the Dwayne Johnson. Not Dwayne John, the Rock Johnson. Rock the Dwayne Johnson. Must be another wrestler I've never heard of, or a rapper, because apparently the other one's a rapper now. But looks like Best Xbox One has lost a decent amount of life on his Nova, and oh, he's running Anchor Morrigan. This is actually a fascinating team. Human Rocket is some nonsense, and this is potentially very good. Gets Astral activated. Deadpool is going to need to tolerate this, but he has an Air Hyper to get in, and Ryu's Tatsu Super is one of the things that has invulnerability, is going to beat Morrigan, but didn't have access to Deadpool assist for the OTG. I'm actually not sure in what context the assist is going to reset there. I guess it was just used at an odd time. But stalling out the entirety of this Astral pretty effectively. Yu was able to do well, but nice work to Best Xbox One, seeing the stalling tactics Zenpool's using and adjusting how he behaves in order to combat it. Good stuff. And Black Diamonds, this is not Edition Select. This is standard Marvel as far as all gameplay is concerned. Just has some aesthetic mods to give characters new colors and different stuff like character select screen, etc. But other than that, this is just like baseline Marvel. type of thing where unless it's like, oh no, I can't see the color red in a character that didn't have red before got it now, it's not going to influence gameplay outcomes at all. So, Morrigan getting on Astral again. Zenpool has plenty of meter available and is going to go into the guns, gets the connection on Morrigan and on Doom, and waits for the Soul Fist to get in front of him to be able to get the full punish on Doom, bringing that red life, so he's down to a quarter, but Ryu immediately gets beat on. And nice work to Best Xbox One, aiding the opportunity for Zenpool to mash and assist like Tatsu and get blown up for it with that Javelin. Gets the hit here, and this is looking pretty good for Best Xbox One, but Zenpool can turn it around in a moment. Immediately X Factors, gets the Tatsu, and this is that turnaround in a moment. Very nice job. He adjusted because Doom's body changed the range that he dashed at, was still able to get the confirm on Best Xbox One. Sometimes dead bodies will mess folks up, but looks like Zenpool with that Satsui no Hado energy was totally ready for dead bodies to be in his path. So with that, Zenpool taking round 1, going into game 2, throwing out some ninja gifts. They're very nice in the air because you can block afterwards, unlike his normal guns, and just cover a variety of different angles. But this time, Best Xbox One catching him for it. It doesn't have the correct confirm for missiles being out. Zenpool getting to get away is a huge gain here, because last time Best Xbox One managed to get all set up through his Nova DHCing fully into the Morrigan, but this time, now he needs to fight the bad matchup, because Nova can fight Deadpool, Morrigan can fight Deadpool, Doom has a much harder time fighting Deadpool, and because of that, some Soul Drains coming out, but none of them have connected with anything, and a little bit of aggression going in there with Zenpool, and now he's fighting a Morrigan who doesn't have any meter, and manages to get the confirm thanks to the defensive power of the Hadouken assist, gets the knockdown, and is going to be able to kill off Morrigan, leaving a solo Doom against Deadpool, Ryu, and Akuma. Chose to make sure he has the Denjin Hadouken assist, because that's how Zenpool rolls, and is going to kill off Dr. Doom, going up 2-0 in this top 8 losers match. Very nice work to Zenpool. Best Xbox thinking of making an adjustment here. Oh my gosh, we have more followers. Thank you so much for following the Avengers. And for people who are already followers, you also have the option to subscribe. And subscriptions will get you access to wonderful things like emotes that will make your life more satisfying. You too can mash foot dive in emote format, and it is great. But looks like less mashing foot dive by Best Xbox One, instead going for Nova Frank Dante team, getting rid of the Doom and Morrigan to have access to the Frank shell. Let's see how good of an idea this is. Gets reset, and the resets keep on coming, and this time Best Xbox was ready for it, catches Deadpool, and is going to be able to level up Frank. Oh, 55 hits already. Frank has access to all the tools he needs, and now has those paddle saws on deck for fighting against Deadpool. Not sure actually how decently he does on moving in against Deadpool, even at higher levels, because I think he needs to respect a lot of the same things that he needed to respect at lower levels. So let's see how much Deadpool, enough apparently that Best Xbox One wants to go to Nova instead, and the Nova with shopping cart is enough. Brings in that Ryu. Ryu here has 3 meters, and he is perfectly willing to snipe and assist, or just get a throw and kill the point character. That's even better. Doesn't even need to use a second meter. Very good stuff there, but Best Xbox One shows that paddle saws are a button you need to respect. Zenpool learning that the Satsui no Hado may be great, but tying chainsaws to a paddle is apparently as powerful as Dark Forces. Let's see how it goes here. Frank up to level 5, has no meter to do shenanigans with, because with meter has access to a bunch of invulnerability and other things, but still has the opportunity to really just like play footsies against Akuma's tiny limbs. And Xbox One showing that the Pasadena rules are now in effect, going to go into the super and kill off Akuma, and this is now 2-1 in Zenpool's favor. Xbox One has life in him, and now that he's made the team switch. Yes, so as stated by the fetus in the chat, I'm gonna be playing the next match after these wonderful people do an additional reset in attempting to kill Deadpool. But if we could get some more of the awesome community members to be ready for that, because we don't want to have any of y'all have to deal with silence and only game audio. Oh, very nice work by Best Xbox One, changing his aerial trajectory with the quarter circle forward light to catch Deadpool instead of getting caught by falling into the guns and gets more out of it. Going to get level 4, has access to the funny face smasher, and Ryu's jumping light isn't good enough to stop that one. Going to eat this, and Xbox One builds a decent amount of the meter back with this too after all of that. Decides to go into a version that uses meter instead of jam sessions. His mixed feelings on that, but I guess he's confident in the ability of his Frank West leveled up, and it's shown that that's a very scary thing, good thing to be confident in. But Deadpool with meter and just shooting at him has been one of the things that Frank hasn't done particularly better against. But Nova has and manages to take out the Deadpool. Deadpool going to get his Akuma hit, and the TAC comes through. Best Xbox One not investing early X Factor, doesn't invest X Factor, or just does late X Factor for the kill, and with that, ties it up 2-2 against Zen. Nice work to Best Xbox One. We'll see how Zenpool adjusts to this. It seems like he was pretty handily beating Best Xbox One's other team. But now that Best Xbox One has made the switch, we're going to see the adaptation of the Wandering Warrior and the Merc with the Mouth. We're going to need to see how he manages to fare against a Nova that's assisted with these close range, powerful assists, because when it was Nova missiles, he was doing fine, but has been getting hit pretty consistently by Best Xbox One now that Shopping Cart and Jam Session are on deck. Speaking of Shopping Cart, going to get this Frank leveled up to 4. Goes for the reset, is going to be able to kill while building meter. Because he reset there, and now level 4 Frank throws out a zombie, has a terrifying mix-up. Zenpool presses X Factor to try and see it and get a button out before Frank can do something, but he was not ready for the paddle saw. The hitbox was already out, Ryu ate it, and now X Factor is dwindling down, and Best Xbox One has access to... Okay, just does another power of the Nova Force. Sometimes that works, but Zenpool with his Kuma getting the hit, going to be able to... I think this is going to kill, and it drops Frank, which is even worse. But Best Xbox One gets the fix, knocking him into the corner. And with that, Best Xbox One X Factors and takes the lead over Zenpool. Will Zenpool make the adjustment? Best Xbox One has seemed so powerful since he's gone to his Frank Dante. Or is this going to be Best Xbox One going back to the console wars of yesteryear and trying to take this for the Xboxes? Zenpool continuing to run the Deadpool into Nova, and again getting hit by that falling down with the Dolphin Kick has been incredibly influential on the outcomes of these matchups, but this time Deadpool's actually getting to play, goes for the TAC, and does this kill? It does. Ryu now left with 1.5 meters in here fighting against level 1 Frank. He's always had to fight Frank at level 4, and that has been not fun, but fighting Frank at level 1, a lot more fun for Ryu to try and do. Has that Tatsu to keep Dante locked down in the corner. And Denjin Shoryu is able to dismantle some of these Helm Breakers in spaces where they can't be done. Looks like Ryu's going to take this. Dante loses all of his life here. No DHC needed. No DHC needed at 99 hits, and Deadpool's in for that Frank matchup, except now Frank's at level 1. Even when he was at level 4 and level 5, he was having a hard time here. But looks like Zenpool very happy to just like play the long game against this Frank. He knows that he has the lead. The longer that he just waits, Ryu's going to recover red health. He was going to not recover at health, he was going to die. Oh no, Ryu's not going to die, but Deadpool might. He's best Xbox One swinging pretty hard with that Frank, but now that X Factor is out, or not out yet, but now that his X Factor is running down, he's going to need to worry about Chip, but he gets the kill on Deadpool. Is he going to get the kill on Ryu as well? No, manages to avoid getting shot and kills off Ryu. Does he have an incoming mix-up here for Akuma? Gets caught! It doesn't let the beam rock, but then that didn't work out for best Xbox One either. Now the roll isn't in time. Gets caught by the beam. Zenpool tying it up 3-3. Very nice work to both players. Has Zenpool made the adjustment? Does he have what he needs to take on the best Xbox One? Is he going to have Satsui no Hado Station come out on top? Looks like in this time he gets to get away. We'll see. The amount of momentum that Nova's gotten has been incredibly important in determining these matchups, and he gets it again this time. This is looking very good for best Xbox One. It's going to get Frank leveled, and then it's up to Ryu in order to try... Oh, again, Akuma managed to stabilize there, but he's bringing in Nova for the fight against Deadpool. Has been getting a lot of hits with the super jump height into air dash down H. Got the 2M there, kills off Deadpool. Frank is leveled up, and even though there's a meter advantage for Zenpool, things are looking really good for best Xbox One right now. Let's see if he's able to just like hold his lead, not do anything too risky. Both of them just beating on assists to the best of their ability, and Frank dies even though he had been at level 4, and very good X Factor by Zenpool. Oh no, this is gonna catch both. I don't think best Xbox One has an ideal confirm there. And Zenpool has all of the meter on deck. Catches Dante. Dante is gone, and then now X Factor's starting to run low for best Xbox One, and he gets caught by a beam to the face. With that, the beam to the... Oh, he's still alive, barely. Uses the barrage, and it doesn't quite get the opportunity to kill. Nova with the human rocket is going to do damage, but not kill Akuma either. Oh, this could kill both of them. That was a very risky thing for Zenpool to do, but now he just needs one little bit of chip, and there's no tools that best Xbox has to get out safely. Oh, Ryu at that pixel, but now any little bit of chip is going to do it for best Xbox, and that is it. Zenpool takes it 4-3 over best Xbox One. I'm going to hop off to play my match. I'm sure that there are other awesome people in the community who are willing to invest in the commentary thing, so please do so. Cool people, hop on. We appreciate it. And great work to Zenpool in taking that match. Also, good luck and have fun to Romora. Oh, you're always a pleasure to play. So, looks like he's fighting for the power of Starbucks today. Get that caffeine in, and Romora going for a mix-up when he had got the hit. Unfortunate for him, because DXP on the other hand, when he gets the hit here, he confirms. Let's see if he manages to kill off Zero. Does not, and now needs to deal with some challenge. Arrow Swords to get on. He's going to have enough to disincentivize Zero from a lot of things. Oh no, no meter for Vergil. Zero has that much meter. This is just going to be a chip string into so much life on Vergil. And very nice work to Romora in seeing what he needs to do to dodge plasma beam when they're hanging out in dangerous locations. I say that as he does a light buster into the plasma beam, but still has his Doom and his Vergil. Both players can very much take this. Ooh, especially if he gets Spiral Swords confirmed here on the opposing Vergil. Does not, but gets the hit on Dr. Doom instead. And doesn't have the confirm on Doom, unfortunately. Looks like DeadX Pride is ready to rock this pink Doom to victory. staying at ranges where he feels pretty safe against Vergil, but he got to the ground and then was much less safe against Vergil. That crouch light, it looks like it caught him, and DeadX Pride now needs to deal with round trip incoming. Doesn't get hit and goes into Dimension Slash of his own successfully. Looks like he's going to convert the Happy Birthday. Has Romora's Vergil on hit and kills him off with a combo. EXP going up 1-0 against Romora.
Challenge the son of Sparta.
Good. In those situations, it was pretty scrambly at the moment. But we'll see how people both adjust to the scrambles. Yes, we understand that you're having connection challenges or more, and that's really unfortunate. We hope that any challenges with your connection get better and that the Vegas internet is kind to you. But you're also in the middle of your match. We need you in your match to do hype things with your amazing Zero, not to be in chat. And looks like there will be less opportunities to see more Zero and more opportunities to see his Doom, because that's what needs to deal with his Vergil incoming. DXP still has plenty of life available for his team, decides to invest in Spiral Swords, and is able to connect with the Vajra assist. Is he going to leave Doom there? Is he going to snap? Goes for the snap and has the mix-up, gets the hit on Romora, and invests the X-Factor as soon as he has a couple hits to see that he's confirmed. Is going to be able to kill off Vergil and have 2 bars on deck to fight Dr. Doom as an anchor. This is looking really solid for DeadX Pride. And just like, instead of doing something like a teleport where there's the chance that Doom might get a throw or an air M or a foot dive, DeadX Pride just dashes forward a little bit with his Spiral Swords on. Romora knows he'll get punished, so immediately gets out of there. Nice work to Romora in the heads-up play, but looks like DXP, though he no longer has X-Factor, is in a very good situation to take on Romora. Those photons aren't going to hit anything, and because of that, DXP now gets the final, or potential final hit on, okay. Romora willing to go back to character select very swiftly. And sometimes that is how it goes. Let's see what adjustments he makes. Maybe he needs to just like be a little bit more confident in some confirms, be willing to play. Like, if you're in a laggy situation, you need to change what confirms you're using, because some things you'll be like, okay, I have a string that is 3 things long and I assume that my reaction time is enough that I will be able to confirm within 3 hits. Sometimes that's not a trustworthy reaction thing to make because you're playing on lag and you're like, okay, we need to do an alternative string that I have 4 hits to confirm. That way, even though I mashed Crouch Light 4 times, I have more of an opportunity to win this game. And very nice work by DXP, getting that initial hit on Zero. It's going to not get that much damage and not build a lot of meter back, which is a huge issue. Strider comes in and does good work for him, but oh, so Genmu Zero just hitting. Romora thought he had level 3 and it didn't quite come in to hit Vergil there. Went for the upwards lightning, but got caught by swords. Romora is very likely to lose Zero here, and in a way that gets rid of his meter, giving DXP. Oh, DXP with the greed, going in for the down TAC and needing to tag out Strider. Going for some of those Florida Doom confirms, but that's not didn't quite work out for DXP here, and Romora just teabagging full screen, feels done with this shit. And with that, it looks like DXP takes it over Romora 3-0, and is going to move on to Mothman versus Zenpool. Will Mothman do it for the animals, or is Zenpool going to handle this for the Satsui no Hado? Rock mode. I wish I could accept that, but I play like a flailing monkey that has good ideas and dumb hands. But we're going to see something that's much less flaily is Both of these players are incredibly proficient, and Mothman had his Phoenix assist sniped. Don't summon her as an assist against a player like Zenpool. He is smart, made the good reads, and punished the assist summon even from super jump height. Very true, Rock. But heading in, now it's up to Mothman's solo Morrigan, but it's his solo Morrigan against a team without X Factor when he has X in 5 meters and a hit on the point. He's not even choosing the X here, going to invest the level 3 instead. No, going for Astral, doesn't even care about going for a kill combo, instead feels that the Fly S is going to just work. And has access to, this is actually looking, I would say, oh no, it was looking like Mothman's favor, but now it looks like Zenpool wins this match, taking the first game 1-0 over Mothman, because Mothman had all the meter and had X Factor, and Akuma chips out real easy for Morrigan and X Factor, and Yu doesn't have a lot of movement tools to get around things, so I feel like Mothman would be better suited than a lot of the other Morrigan players we've seen in dealing with when Zenpool decides to stall in the air, because like you can punish that behavior, but it takes being a proficient Morrigan like Mothman, and Zenpool's Ryu just getting hit over and over as an assist there. That was not intended to be Tiger Knee Hyper Psionic Blaster, I'm fairly certain, but sometimes that's just how things go. And we have MODOK is still at almost full life and is now also at essentially full meter. This is looking very possible for Mothman to take the match play quite differently from last time. He's not summoning the TK shot assist in situations where he shouldn't. Is getting Hyper Psionic Blaster in those situations though, and that is also not super great. Having Morrigan behind, even though Astral isn't as safe of a DHC as something like Sogenmu, it's still incredibly safe and has access to winning neutral. Went from being in a pretty detrimental position to killing off Deadpool and having plenty of meter with back into his ideal team composition. The Denjin, sure, you putting in the work and tried to air dash out of the searchlight, but the searchlight was too strong. For you, why are you visible? Getting caught by that searchlight. And the very solid confirms by Mothman, going for a lot of TACs, even after there was no meter left for him to steal, still going in there against Zenpool. Probably wanted to go for TAC Infinite, because that way he gets the kill, still gets to keep 5 bars on deck. But it looks like got the crouch light on Akuma, but Mothman is one of those thinking players. He's not just mashing the button, so because of that he didn't get the autopilot confirm of, oh, I'm mashing this and then it works. But Zenpool has a big uphill battle to climb because his Akuma has no meter. He's fighting a Morrigan Phoenix with 5 bars on deck, and there's only 30 seconds left on the clock, so Mothman can really just like avoid interacting. Put some soul drains on the screen to make sure that nothing. Oh, this is the hit for Zenpool. Is he going to make this count? Definitely getting rid of Morrigan. But how is he going to play this out against Dark Phoenix with 20 seconds left on the clock? Oh, has 3 meters now. 3 meters is definitely helpful. Oh, it's not helpful if he gets hit though. And with that, Mothman ties it up 1-1 real quick. So, very nice work to Mothman in making the adjustments, doing what he needs to with Dark Phoenix, but Zenpool, showing that he makes good decisions in a lot of circumstances, was able to get rid of the rest of Mothman's team. Let's see what he has to try and take on this MODOK and stop him from just like building all the meter Phoenix needs in order to thrive. Ooh, Mothman gets the confirm there, and let's see if he decides to use resources. Goes for the TAC, just wanted to get the Morrigan TAC, get up to 5 meters, and get the kill, but seems like Zenpool's been pretty on point with his TAC breaks. Mothman only got that one TAC into Phoenix, but then after that, Zenpool has been very good at keeping himself TAC free, and getting in against this Morrigan. Soul Drain's on deck though, and Shell Kick is incredibly effective as a move, as are all of Morrigan's other moves. Goes for the TAC again. Pixel Deadpool, let's see if there's an office tag coming. There's no office tag coming. Psionic Blaster just catches him before it can go wrong. Doesn't quite get the confirm here, but using Astral despite being a Phoenix team, I really like the choice to use Astral. Like, you win neutral enough and you build meter fast enough that he's already back to 5 meters, but now Ryu is at like 20%. And Kuma is going to be able to finish off Morrigan. But again, down to the situation where there's not really meter available for Zenpool, and he needs to fight Dark Phoenix. There's 50 seconds on the clock, so has plenty of time to try and build some meter up to deal with any stalling Mothman might do. Throws out the beam, doesn't end up catching anything with it, meaning he has even less resources to fight against Phoenix. And one of those resources that has gone down is Ryu himself, going to lose the Shoto. He's keeping the Shoto with low health and high damage instead. Let's see what he can do with it. Gets the near the ground throw in X Factor. What can he do against this Phoenix though? He could get hit, and Mothman is very good at turning Akumas into dead Akumas, and has the ground bounce into the hard knockdown, into the Tiger Knee PK shot. Phoenix Infernos is enough, and Zenpool dies. Now that Mothman's up 2-1, this is looking like it may be a tough hill for Zenpool to climb. He had been able to get that snipe on the Phoenix assist in the first game, but Mothman has ceased in summoning Phoenix assists after being disincentivized by a loss, and has been winning afterwards, so we'll see what happens. So the match in between like Deadpool trying to take care of things from there. Giant Dorito, just like none of Zenpool's zoning tools are just going to work at all. He only has like randomish super to try and stop things. Everything else is just going to get blocked by the big Dorito. But when it's only small Dorito, he could get stuff over the angle that taps MODOK's very tall head. Very nice work by Mothman. He's built all the resources he needs, and his Phoenix is ready on deck. Always ready for the TAC. I wonder if he's breaking side automatically, or if he's actually just like reading Zenpool and Zenpool's doing some other stuff. It's hard to know in some of these situations since we do not have that information as observers. Now Ryu in the corner needs to deal with a very terrifying mix-up, and does the best he can, but the best he can is not enough to survive. Gets jammed, and Mothman decides to invest the meter to get jammed snapped out, and now he's already almost back to 5 anyways. THCs, and manages to get the follow-up after the block TAC to just like do something scary that might put MODOK at risk. So, lots of demon flipping around by Zenpool. Doesn't want to get in a situation where he's predictably in a location that Mothman can punish him, but Mothman read that movement and is going to invest the level 3 in killing off Akuma. Feels like when it's just down to the ordinary guy with the Wandering Warrior Ryu, he is prepared to take this on, and bringing up Phoenix as a point character for this is going to mess with this jammed Ryu. I don't think he's going to survive here. Invest the Phoenix Inferno into X Factor, into Phoenix Inferno plus finishing shower. Mothman's up 3-1 against Zenpool. Very nice work to Mothman. This time his team was in full construct. It wasn't just the Phoenix doing work, or just the Morrigan. So let's see what he can do. His MODOK already setting up to build all the meter he needs in order to thrive. And Morrigan is just getting beat up a little bit, but MODOK hasn't been hit almost at all and is still very close to already 3 meters. So Zenpool has a big hill to climb here. Even though he has a life lead, it is looking very likely that unless he gets hit very swiftly, Phoenix is on deck. And yep, Phoenix is at 4.5 bars, and Now, even just like 76 seconds left on the Marvel clock. Oh, gets the catch on MODOK. Should be able to DHC for the kill on the giant head. That's incredibly helpful, but Phoenix is on deck, and Morrigan has 1/3 of her life gone from red life. But she's very great at stalling if she needs to. There can be a lot of problems in this situation, though, where she doesn't want to stall particularly. She has her win condition in place of Dark Phoenix, and the longer the match goes, the more chance that is for Zenpool to potentially build resources. Oh, dry tags into Phoenix and gets hit twice. Let's see if there is any way for... Oh, Zenpool just knocks her away, it doesn't kill her, and now Phoenix at a pixel, but with 5 bars, going for the mix-ups with the medium TK overdrive, gets the hit on Deadpool and X Factor's in X Factor 2. Has to eat this mix-up, but looks like the H whipping over her tiny crouch is too much for Deadpool to get out of. Now, you dead. Deadpool dead. Akuma? Oh, Akuma gets a chance to activate X. Gets over the top here and ends up doing the barrage. Doesn't have a confirm. Is going, almost gets confirmed on with that jump back light from Mothman. Very potentially heads up play. But barrage is going off, not going to chip out Morrigan. Dark Phoenix is there without X Factor, and now this is where Morrigan's stalling is exactly what works out. Throw Soul Fists, punish people if they run into them, and Mothman is so good at that, gets the confirm off of the Aaron Soul Fist, and manages to eliminate Zenpool from the tournament. Nice work to Zenpool in making it to top 8, taking sets over people like Best Xbox One and Memes May Cry, but Mothman, too strong, and going on fight in losers. Happy to get in games against Romora, and it looks like we are going to have them start Milky versus Artistic, and Artistic takes that first hit quite immediately, putting in the work with the dry tag to Doom, is going to be able to get the kill on Magneto. Get the kill on Magneto in a way that may even be meter positive if he does this right. Oh, drops the combo, giving Milky an opportunity to Sphere Flame the Strider, which is a huge deal. Walked forward a little too much. He wanted to stomp on that ninja, but was not able to get it done. So, if you think that there's some certainty that one player will win instead of another, I'm sure that you could exchange the IRL channel points with people in the chat. Looks like what Artistic wants to exchange with Milky right here is some Spiral Swords. Getting that out, and now is able to rebuild the meter while also getting the hit on Doom. This is a pretty fortuitous situation for Artistic. Putting in the work, has access to 2 meters now, Spiral Swords on deck. Didn't have either assist, so he wouldn't be able to get the confirmation. Chooses instead to leave Vergil on point instead of doing the Dimension Slash and DHC into Doom. Feels that the matchup on the incoming Magneto will be better. Oh gosh, that could have been a happy birthday, and it is so fortunate for Artistic that it wasn't. But Magneto is going down, and let's see, is K-Brad going to be pleased wherever he is in life? Whether he's taking a drink or shooting someone in Call of Duty or something, K-Brad's Dante sense must be tingling because Dante is here. Oh, and the X Factor is going to make it so whatever tingling sense K-Brad was feeling is now gone, as Artistic destroys Milky's team, keeping all 3 of his characters and getting the kill to go up 1-0 in this first match of Winners Final. And this time being a little bit different in his approach, got some Magnetic Blast out and was able to get the hit on Vergil, goes into the TAC, and since he has that reset here, is likely to be able to kill Vergil meter positive and just do some obnoxious level of damage. Ends up going for just the straight Sphere Flame. Thanks for hosting with some views, Philly Phil. It is appreciated, and thanks to everyone who supports the Marvel community. What we're seeing right now is the support of Artistic's team get hit in the face because his Strider got blown up on that incoming, but Milky did not confirm after his incredibly good mix-ups. Ooh, just went for another snap. I like the attempt at another snap, and then the shockwave here is a great move to take out Strider, invest the X Factor, and Shockwave here is going to force Doom to X Factor. Now Artistic's going to have to try to do this with solo Doom in 4 meters. X Factor is running low pretty quick. Milky has multiple tools that are really good at keeping Doom out. Is just in a situation where he can be very low risk, and now X Factor's out and he needs to fight against Milky's whole team. Just as Artistic did with having his whole team for the momentum. Oh! Artistic showing he doesn't need his whole team, he just needs Doom. Gets the hit on Magneto, gets the knockdown, is going to be able to kill for a single bar. And because he kills for a single bar, has all the resources on deck for this incoming mix-up against Doom. And very nice work to Milky, knowing what the timing would be to be able to block the missile and still OTG effectively. Very nice work. And this time, Milky backing up again. He had been able to get some good value out of using Magnetic Blast to go into some confirms last time, and this time that Plasma Beam, again, such an effective tool for him in being able to convert a poke into a situation where he's very likely to be able to confirm. And what resources does he use on Vergil? Decides to invest the level 3, keeping everything on deck, but making sure Vergil is dead. If he gets the hit, he could build enough to snap if he wants to snap Strider, or if he wants to kill Doom, he could invest X Factor. I don't think he's going to invest X Factor on him. He's not going to do either of those things because Artistic gets the first hit, putting Milky down in the corner. Is he going to use level 3 here? Invest the level 3, and because of the cinematic here, is going to have the perfectly timed setup for doing his incoming mix-up. Let's see what he does for it. Goes into the corner. Oh, that crouch light went under Milky, chicken blocking in the direction that was actually forward. What do you call it when it's a chicken block but it's not blocking because they're holding forward instead of backward? Anti-coward block. Hold forward and hold up. And be ready to air throw them. So, Artistic getting out these butter guns. He has, in this assist pairing, at far range, Vajra is going to do more work for Doom, but at the mid-range, Jam Session is just an incredibly strong tool. Wow, that was an unfortunate situation for Milky. Artistic showing that his Doom is clutch, goes in and takes out Milky's Doom, has the mix-up available on Dante, and that's the X Factor as soon as he sees he gets the hit. That's going to be the end of Dante, and Artistic going up 2-1 against Milky in winners finals.
Player 2 wins.
And if you think these things look hard to block, think about how hard they are to block for these players. If you want to reward them for dodging these things or blocking these things, oh, the happy birthday and the X Factor was invested, but it didn't turn into anything. But y'all could do that through some Maturino, which I'm sure that he just can bring up. Photons is going to connect with Vergil here, and with Strider, goes into the Sphere Flame, is going to kill off Strider, and doesn't get punished by Vergil. The combo counter is still going, and Vergil is going to die too. Everything just turned out perfectly for Milky in that exchange. Now it's down to solo Doom from Artistic, but it's not going to be down to solo Doom for long. X Factor means this damage is building up, and he has access to THC. This is going to be the end of Doom very swiftly. And a little less swiftly because there are pauses involved, but now Milky up 3-2 against Artistic in winners finals. Only needs one more game to take this, while Artistic will need to. Artistic getting that pressure though, and gets another hit on Milky. Milky mashing a little hard there in the middle of getting comboed. So looks like Artistic is going to be able to kill off this Magneto with his Doom. And does he bring Vergil back in for the mix? No, leaves in Doom and summons Vergil as that rapid slash to keep Milky in the corner, to have opportunities for there to be a kill. But also if he messes up and like a foot dive catches him, he still has Vergil and he has a Strider on deck. Oh, Strider's at the pixel. I think it would have been worth it for Milky to stand M and just like take the photon for it but kill Strider. But instead, Milky gets the snap and kills off Strider that way. And now this leaves Doom as anchor, but Vergil is not going to get to play. Milky for sure builds enough meter to kill with how optimized his Doom combos are here. With that is going to, may be able to do it, can't do it with just 1 meter. Oh, can do it with just 1 meter. So now if he gets a hit on Doom, it's going to, he got the crouch lights but did not confirm it into a crouch heavy. Was at that like maximum crouch light range. Artistic doing a lot of missiles. I really do not like doing missiles in this context because once Milky has access to 2 meters, he is much more threatening than he would be otherwise. But Milky just used that in the air and now Artistic doesn't need to think about it anymore. He could do those missiles, just get the chip that he wants on Doom. But now X Factor is out and it is looking challenging for Artistic. Continuing to play a very missile heavy game. Like using those THCs, has managed to take out another like 50% of Milky's life bar just by getting these missiles, investing the meter, doing this slow chip over time. Photons isn't going to catch, but that little bit of chip is adding up, and Dr. Doom manages to get out, going to recover a bunch of red light, and there's 28 Marvel seconds left, which is a pretty long time. Artistic needs to be conscious of the timer, but he also very much can still do this despite having a health deficit. And Milky doing a very risky vortex where he just needed to fall afterwards, and Artistic did not mix him up on landing. That time he did, but he went into crouching heavy immediately instead of crouching medium or more crouch lights to raise the height. So looks like Artistic here is going to try and struggle to get this in within the last 9 seconds, but it is looking pretty bad. Milky willing to just be patient now. Dash up in light, kill off Doom, and oh my gosh, there's a new follower. Thank you for following this watch thumb. So we are very grateful for all of the people who are part of the Marvel community, and looks like getting some round trips out is going to return to Vergil. Has invested all of his meter, but Milky's down to half-life on Magneto. If he gets like 1 block string, it's better than a block string. It's a combo. That Artistic is back up to 1.5 meters to fight Doom Dante, and decides to bring in the Doom. It seems like there's been very little worry on Artistic's behalf about whether he has a character like Vergil in versus Doom versus Strider. He's been incredibly willing to play all of the characters on his team when they're on point, and happy to play the slow games where it's useful. Same with Milky though. This time there's a lot of momentum on Artistic's side. Goes for the Sphere Flame and it catches Doom. Does he have a good kill here? He does. And because of that, solo Dante versus the world. Vergil's not building meter right now, but he does have X Factor. So this looks like it is the end of Milky. It is the mashing of paws of Milky and Artistic. It looks like we're tied up 3-3. And people talking about the cost of Warhammer and MPG make me very happy that I'm a Marvel player and I can participate in my game and not be down multiple grand just in order to participate properly. But it looks like resources have been used by Artistic in order to get started, and has used that to get a pretty solid advantage on Magneto. A couple chip strings are going to be enough to potentially get rid of him. And now, he got Milky to use the meter as well. That's incredibly important for Artistic. Went for the Rapid Slash, but didn't get the follow-up. No cancel into Spiral Swords or anything. Choosing not to use any resources until later here. Dropped the Crouching Heavy, but is going to have Doom in the corner. And Milky going for, I'm guessing, the throw punish on teleport timing. Invest the X Factor. Plasma Beam is not safe there. Is the teleport timing enough to get through in a reasonable way? It is not, but it does make sure that Dante is just like wasting down this X Factor. Since he's in double trigger, he's actually recovering a ton of red life. Vergil is now dead, and there's an Aspirate incoming. No, a Crystal incoming, and the Crystal is blocked because it's not going to cross you up there. Like, it's clear what side Dante is going to be on. But let's see, Artistic now has a lot of or he doesn't have any meter, but he does have access to Doom, Strider, and X-Factor. Milky willing to invest in having Devil Trigger for the superior neutral, even if he's not going to build meter by doing the neutral. Went for Light plus Doom, but didn't keep pressing buttons to turn it into a mix-up, and is going to get thrown. Dante is going to die here, most likely, and I think Artistic very likely to leave Doom in. Let's see, does he choose to leave Doom in? Leaves Doom in, and goes for some mix-up, then backs off with the butter gun, making sure not to overcommit, not going straight into, oh, that caught. Milky probably wanted to do something to stop him there, and this chip string may be enough to take him down. There is a lot of chip going on. Spear Flame is going to get a catch, and with that, Photon catches for the kill. Artistic sends Milky to loser's bracket and moves on to the winner's side of Grand Finals. Nice work to Artistic, and nice work to Milky, who still is in this tournament, and will have to face the winner of DeadX Pride versus Mom. Oh yeah, and Parsec is on various mobile ones too. Yeah, Xeno the hypeness. But we are going to see DeadX Pride channeling that Wesker player of his, wants to invest like a living legend would and go for getting the glasses off right away, doing the Joker Wesker, and it looks like MODOK has the exact same color palette as this Wesker, but he's showing or not the exact same, but has some of the purple and greens going on at varying hues and saturation. And it gets the snap on Phoenix, but Phoenix gets the opportunity to get away, and even better than getting away, gets the hit on Wesker and gets the opportunity to summon Morrigan assist. He's going to be able to kill meterless and bring MODOK back in. This is looking pretty good for Mothman and pretty not good for DeadX Pride. EXP investing the resources to just shoot, doesn't get a confirm off of it, and looks like Ryu is now meterless in the corner with Unibeam Assist. Unibeam Assist definitely makes life better, but fighting against Morrigan does not make his life better. And with that, yeah, goes for down TAC, is going to be able to get as many cubes as he would like here, all the way up to maximum understanding. MODOK knows everything now. What's he going to do with all this understanding? Instead of like curing cancer or being able to take care of global economic challenges, he's like, no, I'm going to murder people with this intelligence and understanding. And because of that, Iron Man vanquished him, but now Iron Man's going to need to vanquish a Succubus and the Dark Phoenix as well. Those are a lot harder than cackling supervillain that likes to pop off at all the times. So looks like DeadX Pride's going to lose his Iron Man. Mothman going up 1-0 real quick in this loser's semi-set. Okay, so it looks like getting it. Wow, MODOK gets hit really early there, and very interesting situation. There's been opportunities to kill these characters, and it looks like Mothman's the first one. Converts it from a moderate conversion. Oh no, it does not convert it from moderate conversion into a kill. Instead, it now needs to play against Ryu, and this is fine. Psionic Blaster is a move that has more durability than most people understand, and Phantom Dance is going to connect with him. TXP is out of meter, but Mothman is out of a MODOK, and that is a big issue too. Let's see if having 5 meters on deck with Phoenix is going to be what's needed to take this. Just decides to beat on Iron Man a bit and steal his meter, but gets caught. Wesker is going to be able to potentially kill Morrigan. He goes with the down TAC, multiple of them, and it shows like sometimes you see someone going for the down TACs and then a Phoenix player breaks it and you're like, this is an irresponsible Phoenix player. But Mothman was teching to the side, made sure to avoid the situation, and now is going to need to fight this with Dark Phoenix. X Factor used by DXP here. And Phantom Dance is going to come out into Iron Avenger. This looks like the end of Phoenix. DeadX Pride ties it up 1-1 with his Wesker Ryu Iron Man. So Phoenix Inferno, huge, persistent, and invulnerable, but it's not invulnerable forever, and he didn't have a way to save himself after that, so very nice work to DeadX Pride knowing what the situation is. Using Benjin to have a Benjin Ryu assist, which is interesting choice. That was a very cool confirm by Mothman. It would have gotten out if it was a footsie situation and had the block stun, but was able to confirm though he went up and back. Very nice work, and now this TAC is going to be the end of Wesker and 5 meters for Mothman. Let's see how much meter it builds for DeadX Pride, because we've seen that him investing meter has been hugely influential on the outcome of matches. Having access to that Iron Man level 3 is what won him the last time. So let's see what he ends up with. Ends up with 3.5, which is a pretty okay space to be, and Mothman activates that Astral. This is going to be a pretty scary fight for DXP, especially now that he's lost his Wesker, needs to try and do this all with Ryu Iron Man. Being very aggressive going in and getting the catch on Morrigan is going to be able to kill her off with, oh, he went for something that didn't work, and now because of that, Mothman is going for something that he thinks will work, invests in going for the TAC, getting all of the knowledge and understanding. Is this going to be the first time that mathematics are compressed in a way that humans can understand? No, it's just going to be a dead wandering warrior. Okay, Mothman's levels of understanding invested in more murder, and the snap there, even though Phoenix is at very, very close to all the meter, this is going to very likely be the end of Iron Man. Mothman is one of the Phoenix players that has a very... Okay, drop there. And that does not work either. I think that what was needed was late Shadow Servant and then late Killer Illumination, because you want to have more invulnerability available to do the things. Got the hit there on Iron Man, but did not have the confirm. Both of them being a little cautious in space, and now Phoenix Inferno, this time into Astral. X Factor is going to run low soon, not within the time DXP is alive. Mothman going up 2-1 with his primary team against DXP's Wesker Ryu Iron Man. Also, Zencent, thank you for following, and reminds me of the wonderful Zenpool who has invested in this community and also is a practitioner of the Ryu. Let's see if DeadX Pride can channel his inner Zenpool in order to take this. Oh, very nice confirmed by Mothman. Getting that floating bomb into the triangle dash with S is incredibly useful. Got crossed up a few times there, but not during the time he was actually getting hit. You just see MODOK squiggle around in face both directions real fast. Gets the hit here on Wesker. Is he going to invest the resources to kill this character? Ended up dropping the combo, but that dry tag by DeadX Pride getting punished. SoCal has a lot of experience in fighting against these dry tags because the office is so well known for them. And fighting against this Ryu gets the throw. What resources is Mothman going to invest? Is he going to go for a kill? Is he going to go for snap with access to jamming? No, just goes for a reset and kills. And Wesker getting the throw, but not realizing what side he is on because of weird shield stuff. It does not get the down forward gun and instead gets crouching heavy. It's going to lose his Wesker, and there is a lot of resources available for Mothman on this incoming. Just gets to do these pokes in the corner, but NX Pride busting out with the Proton Cannon is able to kill off MODOK and has a potential mix-up on Morrigan. Instead, gets hit, and Mothman invests the X Factor, immediately kills him off with the level 3. Mothman going up 3-1. If he takes this one more game, he is going to move on to the losers finals match against Milky. But if DeadX Pride manages to run back 3 games in a row, he is going to have the opportunity to fight Milky and fight his fellow office mate Artistic. Let's see if he can make the adjustments with this team, or if Mothman is just too strong. And we've seen both of these players play quite well today. Oh, gets the hit on both of them. Ends up going into Phantom Dance at super jump height. Let's see, DHC into Ryu. The DHC into Iron Man is going to at least kill Morrigan. Let's see if it also kills MODOK. Doesn't quite kill MODOK. Just needs to chip out a little bit. Oh, but Phoenix gets tagged in, decides that he would rather have MODOK alive on a pixel and regenerating some of that life instead of just leaving him out there to die. Oh, and one of the reasons that he may want that is because TAC combos can be such a way to get resources on deck. And got caught by the Ryu assist that situation and lost his MODOK, but now Phoenix gets the hit, doesn't compensate for her own trap, and because of that, Ryu gets another opportunity to live. Denshin Shoryu putting in some work. Goes with the double air dash. You may notice that Phoenix was able to air dash twice there without going into flight mode. It's because she used TK Overdrive M in order to leave the ground, and if that, since she was able to recover in the air, she has access to multiple air actions as a result, letting her do that double air dash tech. Similar things are available for Morrigan if she does Shadow Blade Fly Cancel, or Zero if he does Ryu Engine into Buster Cancel. So with that, Mothman takes out DXP, showing that if DXP wants to take out this, may need to invest with his primary team instead. But that's amazing. DXP up here, even with his try him out, but after the season ended, decided to go back with the Magneto. They're both characters that can do interesting and useful things, and looks like feels more comfortable with Magneto for the tournament circumstances. Is playing hidden missiles for the Mothman matchup instead of running Plasma Beam. I think that's an entirely reasonable decision. Oh, that had a chance of going really badly twice in a row for Milky, and it is by the grace of Mothman not murdering him. But this time, Milky gets the hit, and he's going in pretty hard. Makes Phoenix block. Phoenix gets the opportunity to get away and now has some meter. Hits Magneto, is going to die here, but gets to go dark. Oh, Milky making sure to go for the down TAC. Was paying attention in that last match that it appears that Mothman is very on point with making sure to do things like the side TAC and not just be like randomly mashing down or something. And only does the down mash when he thinks someone's gonna do the like down TAC X Factor side TAC to prevent the break. But this time Magneto is getting hit. Whoa, that was some weird placement. The Dorito ending up on the opposite side of him, but Hyper Psionic Blaster at super jump height, taking Magneto down to a very low portion of his life, and Dante is bleeding after tagging into Astral Vision. This is not a fun situation for Dante to be in. Going to throw out some vortexes. Looks like Mothman very willing to use meter at this point. Getting out those astrals, making sure that Dante needs to interact with the Soul Fist at least a little, and now tags back to get the team in order. His MODOK gets hit immediately. Is Milky going to snap? Just going to kill the character? Goes for the kill, and with that, Morrigan loses half of her life to the red, and needs to play very good job getting that jump medium on falling, but now is going to need to try and do it with regular Phoenix. She is not going to have the resources to go dark here, and Milky missing in 2 meters for the kill, I think. Yeah, leaving him with 1 meter to fight Phoenix with 3 bars. Is Phoenix Inferno gonna happen? Phoenix Inferno happens on incoming X Factor and then dash, but she didn't get confirmed on because of that. Dark Phoenix just putting out all the stops. Milky is going to need to be incredibly effective if he wants to make it through. It's Dark Phoenix. Now, he's a lot of her time, but not enough to take this. And with that, is in the corner with Doom, but X Factor has run out. She's no longer the type of threat that she was before. Now Chip is a factor for her, especially with this little time left on the clock. Let's see what is done to try and take care of this. Just pressing those buttons, getting feathers out, and with 2 seconds remaining, going to Phoenix Inferno through that, and Mothman takes the first game over Milky, already doing better than he did in the winner's side set, going up 1-0. Off screen, some of us here hidden missiles and realize that's how we know that Doom was summoned. So looks like they're going back through character select real quick, which means that things are probably fixing. Ooh, look at that nice comic page for Capcom and that random. That was a clean aesthetic mod, but we're going to Ebon Wonderland as always. Oh yes, and apparently Mothman is incredibly influenced by MODOK's ability to analyze and wants to hear that scumbag voice of this villain go off so he could be properly engaged in the game. And in that proper engagement, his MODOK has already gotten hit, unfortunately. Let's see what Milky invests here. Goes for the snap. Manages to not hit Phoenix on incoming, but gets the throw afterwards. Should be able to kill her, potentially meterless. And with this kill is going to be a great... Oh no! Gave her a chance to play, and she gets the DHC into Astral. This just went from a 1 game to... Let's see what happens. Phoenix Inferno again. Dive kicks in order to hit the Dante. And TK Overdrive, that was a weird interaction. TK Overdrive actually knocked Magneto way farther back than would allow for the Inferno to confirm there. I guess the Mothman needed to let it rock a little longer if he wanted that to work. And just because Mothman has used his primary resources, there's no more Dark Phoenix, he's running low on meter, it doesn't mean he's out of it. He's very good with all of his characters. And now, Soul Fist from both sides, making Magneto's life hard. Tempest's in the air and gets shot in the back. With that, is going to get shot in the back again. Photons for Text Doom's back. One of the few characters in the game that is happy to put out some projectiles behind him in order to stay safe. Doom, planning ahead. Nice work to Doom, but this is looking really scary for Mothman. There's 40 Marvel seconds left, so he can definitely just like start momentum at some point and turn it into a lead. He needs to do that relatively soon because, that could be how it starts. Gets the hit on Dante and gets some shots on Doom, but nothing that's converting into a full combo. Milky pushing Mothman back towards the corner where he doesn't have the tools to avoid jam session as effectively. And but now Mothman managed to get away. Getting away doesn't help him very much though, because he needs to fight. There's 18 Marvel seconds left, and there's a substantial life. There was a substantial life lead for Milky. Now there's a moderate life lead for Milky because this character's chip damage is out of this world. Managed to get the hit there. And gets the hit on Dante. This is very possible now with only a small amount of Marvel seconds left. There is meter. Magneto is dead. It is actually probably Mothman favored now. Running into some issues where I can't see what's going on, but it's back now. Okay, and with that, Mothman, time to his advantage, was able to stall out and get the hits when he needed to. Looks like there needed to be a little bit more proactive play from Milky if he wanted to win in that fashion, because Mothman in those low time situations has just been playing so well. In winner's side, Milky had managed to take the set 3-0. It looks like Mothman wants to return the favor, and this is one of the ways to make that more likely. Gets the TAC Infinite with Morrigan, is going to build all the meter that his Phoenix needs, and Milky's going to have a 3.25 bar maybe in order to do this. No, more than that because TACs take a while to kill. 3.5. But this means that he does have a THC for some potential snipes or damage boosting or any of that other stuff. So this matchup is very hard. Oh, it's even harder when you're dead. So now it is up to solo Dante to run through this entire team. But Eater is low enough currently that if Dante gets a very soon hit on MODOK, it's entirely possible for him to just kill in order and make this happen. But I think he might go for a snap instead. Goes for the snap, and Phoenix manages to get in and hit him in the face. This is not what Dante desired. X-Factor not getting used yet by Mothman. Goes for the TK overdrive into Phoenix Inferno. X-Factor Inferno. Is this a finishing shower setup? Yes. Finishing shower is not going to kill, but the shell kick will, and Mothman eliminates Milky from the tournament 3-0, just as Milky sent Mothman to losers 3-0 in the winners bracket. Nice work to Mothman, better luck next time Milky, we're both amazing players. But I think it has to do with adenosine triphosphate, and I can't believe that I'm assuming I'm actually wrong in this because what type of Twitch folks are like, yeah, I'm hyped for adenosine triphosphate. It's the thank you mitochondria. Y'all are doing the good work. But it looks like what we're going to have instead is the good work being done by the Vajra assist, getting the knockdown on MODOK, and he needs to deal with Spiral Swords, with ground trips, and ooh, Spiral Swords getting started there is going to be the end of MODOK. Done. And with that, okay, it was a reset, all part of the plan. Artistic getting another opportunity to play, gets the confirm on Morrigan with a cross-up standing heavy, is going to be able to do damage to her but not get the kill, and now she was able to get some drains there, meaning that Artistic doesn't have as many resources to work with the neutral for the matchup, and it looks like Mothman very willing to just play this out, take the time he needs, not overcommit to anything, put Soul Fists in positions that are obnoxious for Doom, because Doom really does not like fighting Soul Fist. It interacts favorably with photons in so many situations, and just like all of his movement, he doesn't have that ground movement to disincentivize her from the ground very much, because she could just have like a Tiger Knee, heavy Soul Fist angle to keep him honest. But things are looking good for Artistic here. Oh, looks like Phoenix survived at a pixel. Is she going to be able to get the mix-up on Doom? Oh, Pops goes dark and Photons come out immediately, and she gets caught. Does Artistic have the confirm? No confirm available, but gets the reset immediately, kills off Dark Phoenix, and now it is all up to Morrigan. Artistic hasn't used X-Factor yet, which is a big deal because Morrigan as an anchor is much more threatening when X-Factor has already been used. Mothman X-Factors, but then drops his combo with that timing, and very nice work by Artistic using the long-reaching snap. It hits so far away, gets the confirm off of it with X-Factor, and kills off Morrigan. Very nice work. So let's see how Mothman adjusts to that. There had been great play from both players there, and this time at the beginning just starts beating down on Vergil. Takes him to the corner, is going to use Floating Bomb, go for the unblockable setup, but there was an assist that somehow got in the way. And now Artistic gets the snap on Phoenix and presses some buttons around her. Is going to need the X-Factor to get rid of her, which is a kind of big deal against Mothman's team composition. And Mothman blocks that incoming. Very fortunate for him. And now that Phoenix is gone, much safer for him to invest in Astral without needing to feel incredibly threatened by the situation. And Astral comes on, but he is in a scary spot now at under half life with Morrigan, and needs to deal with Artistic's entire team. DXP throwing out the Barleys from chat, but let's see what this Barley can do. Gets the hit, but does not confirm the happy birthday. The missiles were too hard to dodge. So looks like Doom is getting the hit. MODOK is going to die, and with that, Artistic is going to go up 2-0 on winner's side of Grand Finals. If he wins this next match, then this is a clean sweep, and Mothman is out of the tournament. And Mothman is willing to figure that out real quick. He gets in immediately, rematches into the fight, but gets hit by Round Trip, and now he's going to very likely have his MODOK snapped out and need to deal with a terrifying incoming mix-up with Phoenix. What's this mix-up? Oh, he did not block the S, and then Strider gave the confirm. Oh no, I finished in top 8 tonight, Fetus. I just got bodied in top 8. But it looks like Morrigan is going to try and finish this off, getting Astral activated. Should be able to dodge. Didn't get the dodge, but did get the hit on Doom. Or what resources are going to be invested here. And with that, ends up going for the side TAC, and this is looking much better for Mothman now. Has all of the understanding. He needed the audio in sync for these analyze cubes, and now that he has them, isn't going to invest them. Keeps them on deck for giant Doritos, for jamming bombs, and everything else that make opponents' lives hard. But gets caught by the Vergil. Had an extra opportunity to live, has the pixel, and is going to be able to hit with the Hypersonic Blaster, invests the X Factor, and has the confirm on deck. And with that, it looks like Vergil, his X Factor timing's about to be done, but he has the opportunity to get on swords, and getting on swords is all that's needed sometimes. Wins neutral with it, is going to be able to down on Morrigan. She loses the majority of that time, but still has the majority of her life, and that matters a lot more. Is going to just avoid Spiral Swords to the best of her ability, but the best of her ability is not enough. Really nice work by Artistic in resource investment and making sure that his Vergil is able to do the work. Oh, going into Shadow Servant, and that was an interesting choice to go into Killer Illumination. I think that the Battering Ram would have actually been able to be incredibly effective there. But interesting choice here. Is going to get Astralon, can start throwing out some Solstice. This is looking like could be anyone's game at this point, and Mothman wants that anyone to be him, takes away the meter from Strider, and because of Soulfist gets extra opportunities to play afterwards. Morrigan is bleeding and out of Astral. Oh, if he hadn't advanced and guarded there was a chance that that would have just killed. Strider does not get his ideal incoming mix-up, and very nice work to Artistic, making sure not to overcommit when the Dorito was in place. Excellent work, and with that, Artistic from winner's side wins Grand Finals 3-0 after Mothman put in all that work against Milky. Amazing work to Artistic, and congratulations. Congratulations to Mothman on taking second, and congratulations to Milky on taking third. And DeadX Pride in almost making it with that top 4 placement. So amazing work to all of the players, amazing work to the people who made this happen. The Haw Avengers, Kevin Haw himself, who does an amazing amount of work every week in order to provide us with the opportunity for amazing Marvel. To the fruitiest of fetuses, who runs these wonderful bets in chat and calls on people and does so much work to make it so that these tournaments can run. To give T-Hawk a gun, who has been absolutely on fire these last couple weeks in running servers and letting people in for making sure that people could get in their games. Just like, nice work to all the folks. And KJ Masta was on commentary earlier. Thank you so much to KJ.